And one of the things, and I don't know if I mentioned it specifically, was a copy of Meade's statement that they wanted to see as well. So talk a little bit, because a lot of viewers, when they join us, say, wait a minute, why did they have to ask for that? Doesn't it go back in the jury room? Well, you and I both know that every state's a little bit different. Sometimes it can even depend on the judge hearing the case, but they don't always go back with all of the information. They have to rely on what they recall, on their memory. So, you know, what is the practice you're accustomed to, that they have to ask for specific things or that they get everything?
So in Ohio, and the practice I'm accustomed to is these jury instructions are like horse trading between the litigants, the defense attorneys, and the prosecutors. And the jury instructions, what the court system tries to do in Ohio is try to kind of control what the jury sees in an attempt to kind of limit the amount of distractions, even though evidence is not technically a distraction. So from what I'm accustomed to is the jury's going, if you give them all the evidence, a jury can't make a decision, because then you're asking them to look at all the evidence that the prosecutors thought mattered and the defense attorneys mattered. Whereas opposed to, if you just give them jury instructions and say, listen to the evidence as it's proposed, and listen to the closing arguments, which is the attorneys arguing the case after the evidence has been admitted, that's what juries go into. They don't go in there with the statements. To my recollection, I don't recall a jury going into the box with statements of the defendants, of any of the participants or the witnesses, unless they ask for it. So to me, that doesn't sound off, that they did not go in with that, even though that's a very material point of evidence. And the judge could have just said, well, you heard it be admitted into evidence along with a million other things, but hey, I guess this matters to you. You want to granularly debate it. It also sounds to me like at least one juror is debating with another juror as to what that statement said. And they said, you know what, let's look at the statement and see which one of us is right. I've seen that happen.